Hey guys, Hyundai Santa Fe. It's a 2014 Santa Fe. It didn't start that great, and it was warm because the car was driven here this morning. There is a report of overheating, and it was leaking coolant, and they put some stop leak in it, and it seemed to have stopped. So quite common on the Santa Fe's and Sorrentos. The radiators become like a banana at the bottom, so we'll need to see what it's like. So the fact that they had to put stop leak in it and tells me the radiator's probably been knackered, to be honest with you. So 2014, it's probably been done. There's a noise for the steering, and the oil level warning light on. The fuel light is on as well, and the tyre pressure monitoring one. So I think that one's just telling us. No, well, it's maybe because of these yellow warnings. So we'll put a diagnostic on it anyway, because we're going to be taking the thing apart. So it's good practice to see what faults is in there, so that we know we've not added any once we take it apart and put it back together. So that's what we'll do, but we'll need to get the radiator out, just make sure everyone's all good on it first, make sure it's the right radiator. Beep 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 beep. So the dash was right enough, right on the minimum mark, so it needs oil. I wouldn't be surprised if there was something wrong with that sensor, to be honest. We used to do loads of those under warranty. That's not been put back, whoever's been in there. So that's not been put back, the push clips. So some push clips missing from there. Right, we'll get on the lift, get the coolant drained out of it. I want all of it drained because I know there's been some stop leak put in this, and I don't like that kind of stuff, to be honest with you. So it does look rather terrible in there. I may like to take that bottle off of there, try and clean that. Yeah, there we go. There you go, man. Jesus, look at that. So that's all that K-seal stuff. So that's what it looks like in there. Jesus Christ. So, oh man, that's horrific. That's not going to be doing any favours, man. Eh? So I really don't like K-seal, man, at the best of times. I did see that Matt Armstrong guy putting it in his Lambo, which was interesting. So there's a fitting there for something. I'm not sure what that fitting's for. Obviously, looks like there's some cooler lines. That doesn't come in your radiator cap either. Why is there no new radiator cap on it? I agree with that, man. No radiator cap. Right, killing the gang. Oh, my cameras are too thick. Hey, that's better. Damn you! Damn you, damn you! Oh, no! Right, good, man. That's what always happens when somebody comes in. So the guy was in dropping off his Transit Custom. So we're taking the whole front off of this. We're a bit behind with it, to be honest with you. We're going to take the condenser. Is bananaed as well, but there still seems to be some gas in there. So we'll keep the pipes connected, save us draining all the aircon, save the customer a few pounds that is. If you're not from the UK, quid is a pound sterling, or as Kevin Bridges calls it, a schmackaroony. So you can see the bottom of the radiator is bowed, so it is all bent like a banana. Once I get the aircon condenser out of the road, you'll be able to see a bit better. Right, so we moved the aircon condenser out of the road. It is on rubber hoses there, so, and you can see, look at the bottom of the radiator. So if you look at the top, it's all bowed at the top, right? So it's all bowed at the top. Come down, look at the bottom. So if you come down, you can see the bottom half of it. So from about here, it starts to bend. So you can see it's all rusty here, so I wonder if it's been leaking there. Definitely need to start with the radiator. I did say that they were really common, even though I wouldn't want these things on the Kias anyway. It's the same thing underneath Kia and Hyundai, wouldn't be the same people. God man, look what a mess it made! Damn you, Hyundai! Yes, there's maybe blue coolant that's in it, man. Look at the colour of that, man, Jesus. So obviously I've already made a mess, and that's just fresh water from here for the screen wash jets. They are for your screen wash for your high level. Now this one came apart on me Nothing I can do about that. It's old. Nothing I can do about that. That's not been my fault. That one came off, no bother. So not my bad, unfortunately. So I'll need to clean out that bottle as well. That bottle up there was absolutely filthy. Obviously the radiator we're going to put in it's going to be clean. I can't do nothing about the heater matrix and the hoses. It will have all this kind of stuff through it. This radiator sealant or K-seal, for me it's got that coppery substance in it, so it looks like K-seal to me, but it's not something I recommend, to be honest with you, at all. I don't recommend the K-seal at all, guys. It's not for me. Not for me. I just fix them. Just fix the cars the way they should be fixed. And then we don't have any of these issues. So we'll put the tripod stand up there. Right, so there's some more coolant coming out here, which is that expansion bottle up there. There's no coolant in this, guys. There's absolutely nothing in it. All that's in it is water and that K-seal stuff. So there isn't any actual coolant in it. That's not going to help the overheating. So coolant, a blue coolant that goes in these now. So coolant, if you heat it, the chemical reaction, the coolant then starts to cool down, right? Vice versa. When it gets cold, increase. When it gets cold, it starts heating up. So the chemical reaction works both ways. So if it gets cold, the temperature drops, the coolant starts heating up. Now that's just a chemical reaction. So there's nothing in this, so basically the radiator's all bananaed. There's no coolant in it. There's the K-seal in it. Some on the floor, can't help it. What can you do? Take that off anyway. That bottle's full of crap, so we shall have to remove it. Bonus. Now that we see the clip on another pipe is absolutely rotten, so this is a special post-up pliers. We'll be able to get it because of the angle. Funny angle. It's a funny angle! Come on! Didn't take your strength, I can't move it. Back to my original pliers I had. These ones. the little box cooler pipes. Watch the big rubber ball can come off the radiator. There you look. Right, so I need the fan off and I need that one to you there. So that will pause this video here and we'll come back, guys. Honest to God, guys, wait till you see this. Jesus! Look at all that! Oh, quality stuff, eh? What on earth have they been putting in it? Right, quality stuff, eh? There you go. What on earth is that all about? Right, so put some blue coolant in already. I'll need to put some water in, so half and half, not just all water. And if you look at my floor, you can see that's all that coppery crap that was in it. So for me now, what we should be doing is changing the water pump, changing the thermostat, and hoping that the rest of it's going to flush. Thermostat down there, I think. Not sure, I would need to clarify. It does look like it anyway, so if it is, it's not too bad to get to. But aye, and no coolant actually run from the engine. All it was in the radiator, so it's maybe not actually having any coolant in there. So that's maybe not working. It's maybe boiled it all away. And it's maybe not got anything left in the engine, so I wanted to see once it's ran up to temp what it does. I've no idea why this camera's doing this to me. Right, so we've got the bumper screw and one push clip in there. There was no push clips on the other side, that bit's all kind of broke. I can tell this has been off before. This little bit of it here is actually broken, so screw in there will hold it. Regardless of that being broken, it's doing the same on this side, and this side's not broken, so it's sagging down a bit, so nothing I can do. It's old car now, 2014, so quite common for that to go. It's probably been on and off a few times this, to be honest with you, in its lifetime, so you can see all that copper crap as well. It's obviously stuck to that plastic because we had to swap all the plastic. So I've put a litre of oil in it as well, so we'll see where it is now. And then I will try and reset the light, which the customer says even though he's put oil in, won't go off. Now it won't, because it's seen it for too long, so it's thinking there's a problem here. I'm just going to keep that light on until we get to the dealer. So it really could be doing me a good service, this car, and a new sump pan. Right, so that's a litre of oil's taking it kind of halfway up the stick. We've seen it was under the minimum, just about under the minimum. We checked it this morning. So I would be done this car, but there was no radiator cap. I didn't even notice the other day. I just had a peek in and went, yep, looks like a radiator. I didn't even spot that there was no cap. Right, I'm really waiting to get off the ramp actually. Right, absolutely fantastic. Just show you. You can see the puddle of oil on my floor now. So that is leaking. So now this radiator will need to come back out. Absolutely fantastic. So we ordered this radiator in especially. We then had to order a cap. Right, we phoned them back up and says there's no cap on that, guys. I've never fitted a radiator without putting a new radiator cap on it. And they said, oh, I don't know, we'll just get one sent out for you. So they did. So I had to pay extra for that. So then that messes up my pricing. So I've already priced the job. So then there's no radiator cap. Not good for me, right? Not good for me. And then we fit the radiator. And then that's happened. So that is gearbox oil. So there's two pipes. You can see one there, one brass fitting. And there's one up the top. Now the one up the top we had to put on it. So the one I've put on is fine. The one that somebody else has put on is not fine. So I've no idea why it's leaking. I've no idea anything with it. I've checked it's tight, so nothing I can do. It's leaking. So one of those things, unfortunately. I really wished, but I didn't have all the bumper, absolutely everything back on this car, and I mean everything other than that screw, the one that's up there somewhere, and it's fallen off. It's up there actually. So 2 screws, 1 push clip in there. You watch it don't stand on that. It's fallen out. It's down there actually. And obviously we know this is all missing, so nothing much I can do about that. But we're going to take all that back apart again. So the radiator was in it. Well, it wasn't leaking oil, that's for sure. There's the oil pipe there for the 2 auto box pipes. So that's the one we had to put on the new one. This one was already on it. So you can see the radiator's like a banana. So it's bowed at the top and it's bowed at the bottom. So it starts bowing here. So you can see that bit there is all bent like a banana. Not good. Take 2 on the radiator front. That's the box for the old one. That's the new one. So I checked this fitting on the one that's on the car and it was tight. And you see that, to give it a wee nip before we put it on. This one we put on, and there's no moving or anything there, it just looks tapered. This one's slack butt, so I'm going to take it off now just to see what's in there before I go and fit it. Is it just a taper? Yes. So it's just a taper, so I wonder why that one's leaking then. So it's maybe, I don't know, but I'll maybe put some plumber's tape in there. There's no instructions with it either, so maybe the person that put that on cross-threaded it or something. I'll certainly not cross-thread this. Yeah, so put it on my fingers. It shouldn't do any damage to it. Obviously we need to put the fitting on there, which is fine, and we need to tighten that on. I checked that on that one. I'll show you. Put the flash on. So it's 19mm. I had checked that just to make sure. So that's tight for me. I'm not touching that, even if I go that way. Right, there's more room. If I go any more than that, it's a big long spanner, it's just a brass fitting, then I would shear it. So in that, I did obviously check before I fitted, because I had to put the other one on it and it seemed tight. So yeah, well, that's what it is. So I'll just maybe phone our supplier and say, look, that fitting's slack and we won't need to put one on it. No instructions, but right, so you can see, obviously I did check it, it's tight, but yeah, leaking, so you shall have to see what has went wrong. Well, that's up to the company that supplied it, it's not me. So we've checked the other one, that was slack on the other one, whereas that one was tight, so I've just tightened the other one up. Nothing I can do, I don't see any instructions for it or anything like that, so just need to tighten it. So that's the old, well, new leaking one. Like I said, this was tight on this one. What we had to put on was this, so we did. I put that on, seems okay. But this one here, as you can see, it's all wet with gearbox oil. It's not run down the pipe or anything like that, it's just coming out of there. So I don't know if maybe the bottom, maybe that one's no tight or something, maybe they've not tightened that. But that, when I put a spanner on it, was tight. This one, you have to put this on, so there's a little bung over the top of what's there. And then that's in a little bag, that fitting, so I've put that one on it, and that was completely slack, like finger tight, so I've tightened that. Don't see any instructions. Had a look on the website, you see no downloadable instructions for fitting a radiator for this model, so we just need to crack on and hopefully it's all good. So I wasn't expecting it to be leaking, the new ones, so it's one of those things unfortunately, so really we just need to swap the radiator fan over. And hopefully that'll be all good. The American company, Nissan's, I think. Nissan's, not sure how you say it. Actually, they're just looking at this one like, oh, maybe that pipe's bent or something, because it's not sat down on that locator there, but actually when you look at that one, it's the same. So it's not sat down in that location, but so I'm not sure what that's all about, but you do. Right, let's see, there's no oil on my floor. It has been running for a wee bit, so that's a good sign. Air con, aye, damn, bashed my head. Right, so that's good. I mean, it wasn't so good that I bashed my head. And the top fitting seems good. The other one was tight, this one was not, so maybe that's how it should have been left. I'm not sure, I think what's happened is I've cross-threaded or something. But, yep, so this one I had to tighten the pipe up. It was finger tight. That one was tight when I put a spanner on it. I even double checked it was tight when I put it on the car and seen it was leaking. But hey ho, so I've not done anything different to how we fitted the first one, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's just one of those things. Unfortunate, I know, but it's unfortunate for me and unfortunate for the customer. Even more so for me. I need to put some gearbox oil on the thing now. So, but at least it doesn't seem to be leaking, so that's a bonus. Right guys, I have obviously you seen the other day I had put the oil level right, so if this is the same as the Kias, I'll show you how you do it. So it's on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, and it should be it. So 3 times I'm sure, really fast, service required, fit in the brake. Right, so it is, it's 3 times really fast on that button there, but obviously you need your oil level correct. If you run it so far and it doesn't see you topping it up, it's just going to give you that light, even though you've eventually topped it up, it's going to keep the light on. So obviously it's showing 41 miles range. I'm just going to park the vehicle outside at the minute, just so as we can run it up to temp, because we need to crack on with other stuff. We weren't expecting this radiator to have to come out the second time. Obviously a brand new part, well, we're not expecting it to be faulty, but it was, so there's no point in greeting about it now, it's done. So we'll just sit it here and let it come up to temperature, and then we'll check it all. Righty-ho. Right, so I've got no gearbox oil coming out of it, a lot of bubbles, but a lot of bubbles coming out of that cooling system. It's not hot yet, so I'm just going to let it bleed up. So just need to let this bleed up, make sure everything's all good. See how it goes, we'll just top it up as we go along. We managed to save what was in there and we cleaned that out as best we can. Obviously you've seen all the stuff that came out of it, it's never good, so we'll let that run until it gets up to temp, then we'll put it back in the ramp later and check it. There's no cover on the bottom as well, so it makes it a bit easier for us. So we're very gently letting it come up to temp, so it started bubbling over here. This pipe's hot now. This one down here is still stone cold, so I'm not sure if the thermostat's actually working on it. And then retaking all the pipes out. Nothing ran out of that one, which kind of suggests that there was nothing in the engine. So it's maybe boiled it all away. Customer's report was when he was driving, after a while it was overheating, so there's probably no coolant inside the engine. So hopefully the thermostat opens up, and then we can then top up. Because that's what should happen, the thermostat should open up, coolant should then get into the engine and it should just constantly circulate round, and then when you come back out the next day when the car's cold, the thermostat's shut when it's cold. Once the coolant temperature comes up to temp inside the engine, it then opens up and allows it to circulate around the radiator, so as it can be cooled, so we can see a bit of steam happening there, so hopefully it's not spewing out anywhere. And so far so good on the oil leak. Might be coming up to temp now, it's hard to say, it's maybe just residual heat, so we'll crack on and see what happens. Right, so just bubbling away in there, not blowing the lid off it yet. A lot of pressure in there, but a lot of pressure on that one. Cooling fan's not come on yet, but it's kind of wondering what's going on with the cooling fan. It doesn't seem to be up to 90 degrees on the dash yet, so and to be honest, I don't like going to go and drive that until I see the fan coming on. There's nothing spewing it, but it shouldn't really be that. There shouldn't be as much pressure as that in it. So putting all that stop leak in it. They said it was stop leak. For me, that's Casey that's been put in it. I don't know what Radwell's like, what theirs looks like. I just know I had a wee course and somebody says, no, it'll never leak. Like, well, look at that. So bubbling away in there. Not be long till it's spewing that out of the top. So, and I know I've got all the pressure in it, so I think that'd be the next stage, is taking the thermostat out it and seeing what's going on there, if it's working okay. Or has this fan meant to have come on by now? So I need to plug the diag machine into it actually. I need to speak to the customer actually, because the radiator was full of that K-seal stuff, and look at the radiator, man, it's like a banana. So look at that, right? So you can see there, it's bowing at the top and it's bowing at the bottom. So you need to start with the simple things like, this would have been leaking probably. Somebody's put that K-seal in it, or whatever, Radweld, I don't know what it is, but for me, it's not the best practice. You can see it all in there actually, so for me I just fix the problem, find out exactly where it's leaking from, change that component, and then we know we're not going to have any future issues with things getting choked up with, you know, sealant or K-seal or whatever the hell it's called. So I've still not come up to temp. So how do you change this? Temp. High. It's coming out the floor mode. Although that's hot in there, to be honest with you, I'm expecting it to be hotter. Still not up to the 90. See what's going on. Whoa, jeez, big puff of smoke out it. Yeah, we're still bubbling away there. Alright, we're overflowing now, so I'll need to turn it off now. I don't know why I lost all the coolant. So, you can see the fans now come on. So our cooling fan's not come on, so that should be coming on, especially when it's bubbling away like that to the point that it's throwing it out. You see it all bubbling, and I know there's coolant in this. This was just water. I'm not even going to touch that at the minute. The amount of pressure that's in there. Cooling fan's plugged in. The fan's all plugged in, so we get a diag machine, I think. Right, so the Hyundai, oil level too low. We've topped it up and we've cleared the light, so we should be able to take care of that. It does say it's active, but I know the level's fine. I checked it with my eyeballs. So these are because I've had the bumper off it. So well, I've raised them all out, and that's all the faults that was in it, to be honest with you. So there's no change, it's not clear on that one. So. But yeah, the light wasn't on in the car, so maybe on now. I'll need to go back and check that. So we'll get the engine, special functions. No, let's see if we can do it from in here. Take the flash off. Fan motor, high speed. I can hear it going. So that's the high speed. See if there's a bit for low speed. So why did it not come on then? Low speed. Nothing. Right. So without the low speed running, it'll never reach it. It'll never stay at its optimum temperature. So obviously we'll put it back to the high speed, right? Pause here. So we can hear that. That's running. So the fan's going, but that's all shit mode. Right? So that's okay. We're too hot. Give us all the beans on that fan. So we need it running on the low speed, which it's not doing. So we know the fan's working. there's a resistor in there, so we need to see about putting a resistor on it. You need to start there, but we need to do a diagnostic on that, to be honest with you. So we'll pause here again. Right, so fan motor control, low speed, start. Obviously just seen that there, so I'll do my fast walk. There you go. So obviously we can see nothing's happening. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's going now. Didn't the first time. Okay, interesting stuff. Try that again. Right, so obviously you've seen we've ran the fan and it appeared to work on both speeds. It is bubbling away there. I'm not going to let it get to the point where it's bubbling over again. So I've been revving this cab up on quite a fast idle. There's a bit of smoke coming out of it if you get a big portion. So a black smoke there. So the temp gauge has just never ever reached the 90. So I'm going to switch it off. There was obviously no fault codes to go on, but we know all that stuff being put on it. So I need to do some more diagnostic on it. I know the fan's working, so I'll pause here. Right, so we'll do the low speed again. Start. Oh, that's going. So that's turning. Stop. Escape. So the low speed is what we want coming on. That should be, for me, that should be clicking on and off. I mean, I've plugged everything back in, so high speed. And we can hear it going fast. So we know the fan's working. So we maybe need to start. Well, we need to do some more diagnostic on it. I can see there's a bit of sketchy wiring there. I'm not sure why they've been modified or whatever. So we need to check the fan resistor, but it seems to be working with the machine, just not with the car. So we need to look at the temp sensors on it and change that. But we really need to do a diagnostic on it. So obviously it's pressurising because it's getting too hot. So it's getting too hot because the fans are not coming on their own. So at least we know what's happening with it. It'll be boiling hot in there. Actually, I see my woman there. Boiling here. Boiling here, so I'll let it cool down a bit more. But to be honest, we need to get the cab back and do a load more further checking on it. I should have the temp switches for it. Oh, look at that, that's quality there, isn't it? Right, so there's a hose clip jammed in there, right next to that coolant hose. That's in there tight, man. So that's going to end up cutting through that pipe. So you can see there's a hose clip in there. It's a swivel flap motor. And you can see there's been a modification to that fuel pipe, which looks like it's maybe leaking. So we need to check all the temp sensors on it. I'll go and have a look at the live data actually. It's showing 89 now. 89 degrees. Engine cooling fan off, they're both off. So, but yeah, the dash doesn't look like it's close to 90. So it's saying 89, you think it'd be right under the 90. It's never moved for there even when I've been revving it up, so I wonder if the temp sensor's bad. Or it's choked up well. I'll show you. You can actually see it on the floor. And then that's all the crap that came out of it. So is it choked up with all these bits? And I'll show you the radiator cap as well. So that's the radiator cap. So if that's been all choked up, who's to say the rest of it isn't all choked up? So I think we'll do no more with this one at the moment. On the battery. 5%, I'll give us a rev, see if this moves. See if it moves in it. Oh no, it went up to 88. 88. So 88 degrees. 89. That's not moved. $90. $91. $92. Install it, it's not putting the fans on. Yeah, we're spewing it here now. You can see it's venting. So for me, those fans should be running. So we'll leave that at that. That's it, no more done with this one at the minute. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. The radiator's holding coolant, holding oil, all we can do.